tricky 5-mark GCSE equations. Well, I say that, but trigonometry, you know. So we're going to be solving a lot of equations here. What does it say? We've got this quadrilateral split in half. Well, not necessarily in half, but we've got these split into two triangles here. It says ABC, ABC, and ADC are triangles. The area of this triangle ADC is 56 meters squared. Work out the length of AB. Okay, so they want us to find this length here. Let's label it eggs. We need to somehow form a strategy to work our way from this triangle over to this one to then help us work out eggs. Now, this is just clear and cut exam strategy here. When they give you something like this, that's where you start. The area of this triangle is 56. How do we use this? Well, we're just going to write down what the area of a non-right angled triangle is. Half AB sine C. Half AB sine C is 56. Okay? Now we're just going to plug things in and we're going to figure out what is that even going to help us find. Half AB. Now in this case, your A's and B's are the lengths on either side of the angle in question. Sine of C is looking at that 105. So your A and B are these two lengths. All right? Now, I don't really want to use B. Let's call it Y. Okay, this length here is Y. So, I'm going to just times both sides by 2 just to get rid of that half. So that goes. I'm going to get AB. AB. Okay? Doesn't matter which way you write it. 11y. So I have 11y sine of the angle 105 is 56 times 2, which is 112. From here, we can rearrange to find y. Okay, now remember, to find y, this is all multiplication, right? So we can easily work out y by dividing both sides by 11 sine 105. So that cancels, that cancels. Y is, now, I'm going to type this in my calculator, but, oh, I remember that, I'm always packing, innit? So, what? We got 112 over 11 sine 105. Now that's 10.54. Now, I always tell my GCSE students to store these values, okay? I'm going to store this value. You're going to see some like video, I'm going to stand here, some video over here showing you how I store values on my calculator. I just simply press store A, okay? So, I have 10.54 ... which I have stored as A, okay? I might need to use that later. In fact, I'm going to need to use it now. So this here is that 10.54 ... which I've stored as A. Now, we're trying to move over to this triangle, right? Well, how can we use this triangle to help us move over to here? It would be nice to work out this length AC, okay? Well, I have this length, I have this angle and this length, and I want to work out the opposite length. This is cosine rule, okay? So what is the cosine rule? The cosine rule tells us a squared is b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos A. Obviously, these letters are here for guidance, but I'm going to call this y and let's call it z. Okay? That z is opposite this angle. That's what we're trying to find. That's our A. Yeah? So that's z squared. This cos A would be cos of 105. Okay? These two things need to be opposite. Yeah, which you can see here. Now your B and C are the lengths, again, on either side of the angle. So I can just redefine this as being B, and I can redefine this one as being my C now. Okay? So your ABs and Cs here are not the same as your ABs and Cs here. So I'm going to have 11 squared, that's my B squared, plus C squared, which is that 10.54 ... squared minus 2, and I realize I probably should give myself a bit more space. So minus 2 B C cos of the angle 105. Okay. Now the cool thing about this is, again, I'll have the calculator visual somewhere on the screen. Wherever I see this 10.54, I'm just going to use A. Okay, so this on the screen for sure. So 11 squared plus A squared minus 2 bracket 11 A cos 105. So I get 292.133. So Z squared is 292.133 dot dot dot. And then we're going to root both sides to get Z. So I'm going to root answer, which is about 17.09. Now, I will need to use this for later, so I'm going to store it as B. I'm not going to do A, just in case I need to use it again. So I'm going to press STOB. Okay, let's make a note of that. And let's make a note of that here. Now that we have this, how can we work out x? Well, this is the sine rule. The reason this question is so difficult is because we're literally using every single formula for the trigonometry that we learn at GCSE. So x is opposite the 48, and we have 118 opposite z. Now we're trying to find the length. What does the sine rule tell us? It tells us the ratio between a length and its opposite sine angle is the same no matter which opposites you look at. So b over its opposite sine angle. Okay, so in our case we're saying x divided by sine of 48 is equal to z divided by its opposite sine. Remember z we stored as b. So to rearrange for x, we're just going to multiply both sides by sine 48. Okay, that goes. And we can just type this in. So remember, this I'm going to use as b. So you'll see me type this on the calculator. So I'm doing fraction b over sine 118 times sine of 48. 14.38. Give your answer correct to 1dp, we get 14.4. And this is meters. And that is your answer for 5 cheeky marks. Guys, this is a very important question because we have used the skills of every single trig formula that we utilize in GCSE maths. So save this video as part of your revision for your non-right angle trigonometry. Like this video if you learned something new, especially those cool calculator tricks. Subscribe for more content like this. And if you're interested in my GCSE courses, there is a link in the description. And I'm running Easter revision courses as well. Information, again, in the description. If you want to submit your own questions, head to the Lungang Reddit page and I will sure check it out. Some other students will be able to help you out as well. And maybe I'll make a video on it. See you in the next video. Nice.